Welcome to Chasin' Landscapes. We're Jack and Mary, and we're full-time RVers, traveling the country and exploring new places. I'm an artist, and we're always looking to capture our adventures on canvas. So come along with us as we go chasing some landscapes.
Hey everybody, we want to let you know what's happening in our lives today. Currently, we're attempting to stay the entire summer in the desert, in the heat. So we got to come up with some modifications, and that's what we're here to talk to you about, these modifications. First, it's just such a totally different experience from staying in the fall and the winter as opposed to staying in the heat of the summer. So we've already had to make quite a few concessions for these hot days, and that's what we're here to talk to you about. The days are longer and the sun is hotter. You might remember from a previous video that we made some modifications to help us sleep, and we put in some reflective material in the windows. Well, that material is really good for that purpose. However, when the sun gets so hot, it starts to lose some of its value. So we've had to buy some thicker R-rated material and replace that with this.
First of all, here's the material that we had in the window before we made the modifications.
And this is good stuff.
It's supposed to reflect the sun's heat, and it's worked for a while, but
and it helps you for sleep reasons, but for heat
we went with this stuff,
which is inch thick, and it's reflective and it's styrofoam, and the R rating is like 3.9 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And so it's much better. And we've replaced that on all of our windows that have afternoon sun, where that's the hottest hours of the day.
Yes.
And it's working good. And we've taken the other reflective material and put them in our cupboards, because our cupboards are getting extremely hot in the afternoon too. And so that's actually helped an awful lot too. You would go into our cupboards and to get out of glass, and the glass was hot, and it's like, wow, that, you want to have a glass of iced tea. Well, here's this steaming hot glass you're going to pull out of the cupboard and the ice is going to melt immediately.
Yeah.
So we put that reflective material inside there, and that's helped to reduce that greatly.
Right.
Yeah, one thing, when we take a shower, we have to turn on if it's in the middle of the day or something, you got to turn on the cold water first and just let the hot water from the hose, because that water in the hose is really hot.
Yes.
And so you got to let it just run out until it gets cold, and then you can start to add heat, because if you don't do that, boy, that hot water is way too hot, because you're combining the hot water from your water heater plus hot water from your hoses.
Well, what about our lifestyle change insofar as going outside?
Yeah, it's very difficult to go outside, because you just can't sit out there like you can in the fall and the winter time, because it's just too darn hot. The only place you really can sit comfortably is in the pool.
So mostly we have to go out in either the mornings or the late evenings to get relief from this heat. So
and so another part is the heat has to do with your cooking. You no longer want to cook inside your RV. Even though we have our RV air conditioners going on all day and all night, it really can't handle additional heat sources like from a stove or an oven. So we've done an awful lot of cooking outside on the Blackstone, and we can prepare meals, but we got to prepare the meals early in the morning for dinner, so that you can stand out there, and that's doable. And we have cooked meals in the afternoon, but not too many of them, because it's an awful lot to ask for.
Right. So sometimes when we work in the mornings, it's hard to prepare stuff in the mornings for dinner that evening, because you're both busy working. You don't have any time to do that then.
Right.
We're making some meals outside, and when it's cool enough, and we're trying to figure out some cooler meals to make. You know, we can have salads and pasta and stuff like that, which doesn't take that long, and it's a lot cooler to eat. But there's definitely some changes that come with living in the desert here.
In an RV. I'm glad we're experiencing this. Now, when we first started, and I'm still a fan of this idea, and that's following the 70s.
Yes.
If you follow the 70s, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. However, if you're in a place and you want to stay there for a little bit, and the weather changes, and it could be hot or cold, you're going to have to make adaptations to help you through those periods.
Mm-hmm. So we just wanted to give you a rundown on the changes that we've made while staying here. If you've never experienced that, we just wanted to let you guys know what it's like living in a warmer climate like this, because a lot of you might live up north where you don't have that much of a problem in the summer months.
No, you have it winter time.
Yes, you have to adapt to different changes in the weather. But we just wanted to give you our point of view and what it's like to live out in the desert right now. And
letting you know how our preparations have helped or not helped.
Right.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
It's going to be good or bad. And so
if you have any suggestions on things that we might try,
right.
Say you live out here all the time, that's the old hat with you, give us some ideas on changes that we can make in our RV to make it more livable for us. We're always learning new stuff. We're learning as we go. We're no experts by any means. And so if you guys got some good tips for us, let's hear them, okay?
And then we can share them to the rest of the community, too.
Yeah. Okay, well, until next time, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon. Please like and subscribe to our channel, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Do you have a question, comment, or suggestion? Please let us know. We like talking to you. We'd sure appreciate you liking and subscribing to our channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell, and please share with your friends.